everybody, I am the Lazy Kiwi, and today I am going to be going over a few mods that are going to make the game so much easier to play. The game, yes, it's not a hard game to play, it's just a life simulator, but I think there's quite a few things that can be improved and stuff that can really help the player to enjoy the game that little bit more. Now, this first mod is a mod that I've recommended many times before, and a mod that I will never stop recommending, but it has recently come to my attention that a lot of players don't actually know the full extent of this mod. So this mod is the UI Cheats extension mod from Weirbasu, and there's just so much that you can do with this mod. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna go through absolutely everything. I highly recommend that you watch a video on the entire mod, just in case I miss a few things or there are things that I won't be able to show today. But getting straight into it with the things that I know about this is one of the things that I use a lot, especially when making videos like today and my Sims. I don't care for my Sims in videos like these because I'm just showing off mods, so a lot of the times their needs go down a lot, and with this mod you can so easily just click on their needs. You left click on these so that you can just easily change it, or for storytelling purposes you can even change up and lower their needs so that they can pass out or even die of hunger. There's also a lot you can do with different types of cults, but I'm not gonna go through that today since we only have a normal sim here. You can also even change the rate that they are aging. So by right clicking on that, you can add the number of days that have passed, or you can add a negative to subtract from the age. So you can literally control your Sim's age. You can also right click on the traits panel to add a ton of new traits. So this is how you can add traits to your Sim, and as you can see, a lot of these traits are traits that you can't get when making the Sim. As you could tell, there is a ton of traits that you can add. There will obviously be more depending on the amount of mods that you do have. So that works the exact same with milestones. If you click on the right click on the milestones, you will be able to add a ton of these as well. And again, that works the exact same with the lifestyles. So you can add a ton of different lifestyles to your Sims too. I just think that is so helpful if you maybe want to make pre-made families, or you want to build a story up before you start playing, or just storytelling in general. You can also right click on traits to remove them, which I'm not currently going to do, but you can do that if you really wanted to. You can remove any traits that they have. You can change your Sim's character values, so you can make it so that your Sim has a bad, neutral, or good reputation of any rank of your choosing. Or you can even go ahead and change their fame ranking, so you can make a global superstar if you really wanted to. So now my Sim, they're quite famous just because of this mod. It's so simple. There is also obviously a lot more that you can do here depending on your packs, but I'm not gonna go through everything in this video because I still have other mods that I want to do. But I do still want to show you guys a few things with this so that we can kind of just go through this a little bit more. You can also edit relationships with this mod. So I can go ahead and say that, you know what, I do want to be friends with these Sims, and in fact maybe even have a little bit of a romance with all of them. So then you can change that up, and it is going to change your friendship with every single Sim, obviously within the range of the game, so the maximum being 100 and minus 100 being the minimum. And as easily as that, my Sim is now in the middle of a love triangle and is kind of friends with Agnes as well. You can also cheat up your skills by right clicking on a skill, you can just easily set the level for that, and you can do this with any skills that there are. You can also do this with jobs. My sim does not have a job currently, but if you do have a job, you just right click on it and set the career level. And if you really want to, you can even just right click on your aspiration goals and it's gonna complete all of them, and that way you can easily just do that as well. Again, this is very cheaty actually. I mean, it is the UI cheats extension, but it is really nice for making pre-made families, or just for when I do YouTube, for example, changing the time so that I can take screenshots, or changing the weather. It helps so much. Like for example, at the beginning of this video, it was cloudy and the lighting was just not that great, so I just quickly changed it up to be sunny just for the purposes of this video. You can also change the eco footprints as well as the current moon phase, which there's just so much detail in this. I'm gonna try to go a little bit quicker because there's just so much. For the current feelings that they have, you can click these, right click them to take them away, just take away the mood that they currently have. Or one that I personally really like is the money. So if you right click on the money counter thing, you can just say, you know what, just give me some 45 extra simoleons. Or you can add it, you can set it to be a certain amount. So if I want my sim to have this exact amount, I can just set it and that's what they will have. Obviously, if you add a minus, it's going to subtract an amount. You can also do galactic credits, bits, and pieces. So this is all of the in-game currencies that there are. But that is all that I'm going to be showing today. There is so much more that you can do. You can do a lot with different occults. You can do a lot with the businesses, with the social groups, a lot of different things. So this mod is so great. If you do want to see a lot more about this, I would recommend maybe just checking out an in-depth video of this, because I barely scratched the surface of this mod. I think it's so nice to have this in your game, especially, like I mentioned multiple times now, if you want to do storytelling. But I am rambling on a lot about this mod, and I still have a few that I want to show you guys. So the nice mods that we have are going to be the always free build, always full edit mode, always move objects on, and always testing cheats true enabled from Twisted Maxi. So that is a lot of different mods. This is not only one mod, of course, but I felt like these were just so simple that it would have been easy to group them all together. So I don't even actually know exactly how I could show this to you guys, but these mods are basically just going to enable those cheats to always be on. So maybe a quick way to show this to you is the move objects one. So I have not put in any cheats whatsoever before I started up my game, so there is nothing that I did for this to work. But if I take an object, you're going to see, oh, it's a little laggy right now, but you're gonna see I am able to place this anywhere without any problems. That is because move objects is already on, and that also works with the full edit mode as well as the always free build. So if you go into Kaz right now, you will be able to just edit the sim freely without having to type in the cheat, because I know how annoying it can get to type in all of the cheats all the time if I want to do something for my sims. So those are my 4 most highly recommended ones. There's a lot more actually, which is kind of crazy to me, but those are the 4 that I would always be using and the 4 that I definitely need the most in my game. But I am going to be moving on to the next mod, which is going to be the Better Build Buy mod from Twisted Maxi as well. Now this mod has been an absolute lifesaver to me, and if I'm being honest, I didn't actually know how to use this properly. When I first started using it, I actually had to look up a video myself about this. So if I go here, you will see this Better Build Buy option over here. And this is kind of with the mod you can get the organized debug. So this is going to make it so that your debug items are going to be organized. So for example, you will find all of the outdoorsy debug items here where I'm currently at this outdoor sculpture thingies. So yeah, I did also usually have move objects on, but I did put it off for the previous mod, the move objects on mod. So if you don't want the move objects on mod, you can just get this, but if you don't want this, you can get the other mod. So it kind of works both ways. But then we also have the ignore unlocks. So usually this, for example, or even this would be locked, but it's not locked right now because I have the ignore unlocks on. And there's also deletion protection. This is going to protect any item that you've placed down from your sledgehammer, but I use my sledgehammer quite a lot, so I don't turn that on personally. But you might be wondering, oh, but there's not really debug items here at all. So that's gonna be near the content one over here. So you can go and you can tick the custom content, live edit objects, as well as debug objects. This is also nice so that if you only want to see custom content, you can tick that and hide the maxis objects. But if you don't want to see custom content at all, you can just untick it to only see the maxis objects. I also find that quite nice if you have CC items. For like me example, I don't like to build buildings that I would share with you guys with custom content, so then I just turn off the custom content. But as you can see with these two on, now I have a lot more options here, and this is kind of all of the debug and live edit objects. And because I have the organized debug on, these are all in the correct places where you could usually find things like this. So this, it's a building. This is so nice if you want to maybe make scenery objects. So for example, if you were to size this down, you might be able to make a little city as a background and stuff like that, which is so nice. And this of course goes into every single category. So over here we have a lot of fruits and stuff that usually you would not be able to find here, and it's gonna be a lot of things, so it might be overwhelming at first, but if you get used to it, it's really easy to navigate. A lot easier than typing in the cheat and trying to find things that way, because that is a pain. You can also search for things, so if you have something in mind, you can just type it in and try to find it that way. But yeah, this mod has been such a lifesaver for me, especially when building. I absolutely adore it and highly recommend this one. But now we only have one more mod left for today, and lucky for me, there's a few people standing right outside that I can go and introduce myself to. So this next mod is going to be the Smarter Pie Menu mod from Twisted Maxi as well. A lot of Twisted Maxi in this video, but they are just the way to go with mods like these. So this mod is going to make it so that your pie menu is so much more easily navigated than it ever was before. So it is not that hard to navigate, but a lot of the times it's really difficult to find things, because look at the amount of places that you have to click to find something. Let's say I just want to get to know the guy, so now you just literally start typing and it's going to show you all of the things. I literally just typed in get, so now I can say get to know, and it changed my life. It has been such a lifesaver. So you can literally just type in whatever you want to, and then you can find it so much more easily. Of course, this only works if your friendship is at certain levels with these sims. So I'm not going to be able to kiss these people. I am not going to be able to just click on a sim and just start kissing them, because I am not in a relationship with them. I think this also works with inanimate objects. So for this bookshelf, for example, obviously there's not a lot of options, but you can just start typing and find options. So it does work with anything, and I find that so nice. But yeah, that is all of the mods that I have for you guys today. I do hope you guys enjoyed this. And which of these mods is your favorite mod for the day? For me personally, my favorite will always be the UI cheats extension, because it's such a lifesaver. But with that, do like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this this video. I really appreciate all of the comments as well. So if you have something you want to comment, do not be afraid to do it. I love seeing your comments. And thank you also so much for watching. I will definitely see you all in another video. Goodbye, everybody!